Hi guys, if you're watching this video, you're looking for some tips on how to better manage your stress and be a better performer. So the content that I'm going to share with you today is actually out of our emotional intelligence program, which covers the 5 dimensions of emotional intelligence. It's an online program and I'm going to give you some more information about that and how you can get involved at the end of this video. But one of the key elements in mastering emotional intelligence, and it's an amazing skill to have, it'll give you a massive advantage in your professional and your personal life, but a big part of that is managing stress. So all of us have felt like this poor guy here at some point, and that things just become a bit overwhelming. Certain circumstances have triggered certain things in us to be more stressed, and it's affected either our health or performance, our relationships, or at some point in our life. We've all been there. So what we're going to do today is we're going to share with you some tools that you can use straight away to help you manage your stress more effectively. So we're going to look at identifying your stress indicators, and we're going to look at ways that you can put things into place to better manage that stress. So we're going to look at what are your stress indicators? What are the things that are really affecting you when they come up? And we'll share with you what examples of a stress indicator are so you can be more aware. We'll also identify your own and go through that in more detail with you. We'll also look at a range of stress management strategies to help you be more effective. So, good stress and bad stress, there are two. I mean, good stress can be classed as something that's beneficial and motivating, and bad stress can cause anxiety or even health problems. So if you look at good stress, if you've ever been in an environment where you've had to hit a deadline, or you've been in sales and you've had to achieve a certain number of sales, there's a certain amount of stress there that can work in your favor to give you great results. It can make you more efficient. I guess in our primal form, we have an inbuilt system where stress can actually keep us safe when we sense danger. The bad stuff, though, bad stress can have a really bad effect on performance. It can really affect our mood. Some people can make them angry. Even some people can develop depression from bad stress, anxiety, or even panic attacks. And it just affects your ability to be effective. And obviously there's the health impacts on that as well, such as heart problems, high blood pressure, or even smaller things like just cramping and things like that. So there is actually 5 steps to managing stress. And the first is really, what are your main stress indicators? Understanding what they are, but then also what's causing the stress and looking for ways to reduce and eliminate the cause of the problem. The third area looks at defining your stress management strategies that will work for you, and everyone's different. So it really will depend on your own set of circumstances. The fourth looks at your stress indicators, but looking at them as they arrive. So when they pop up, how they pop up, and being aware of when they arrive. And then finally, when they do show their head, what do you do and how do you manage them effectively so that it doesn't impact your performance? So guys, those 5 areas are covered in depth in our emotional intelligence program, but what we're going to share with you today is 2 steps in that process, and that is how you can identify your main stress indicators and how you can put strategies into place to help manage those issues when they arise. So looking at identifying your own stress indicators, it's simply by recognizing the symptoms, you can take the first steps to reducing its harmful effects on your performance and your quality of life. So what is a stress indicator? Look, it is simply a change in your body or mind that signals that you're under stress. So that is going to be different for everyone. But here are some examples. Mental cognitive stress. So that could be moodiness. You could be only seeing the negatives in things. You might be constantly worrying and overwhelmed. That's a cognitive stress. Emotional stress could be something more like twitchiness or procrastination or overreactions, even stuttering. You could have sleep stress, which you're worrying about things that are never going to eventuate. It's causing you to have sleepless nights. And then there's physical stress, so muscle tension, stomach upsets, headaches, rapid heartbeats, those types of things. Personally, I find that my stress indicators are shortness of breath. I know when I'm under pressure, when I need to take a few extra breaths, then my heart beats faster, and before I know it, I've lost concentration and I've lost my effectiveness. So have a think about what your stress indicators are. Maybe write a few of them down, or perhaps even when they occur, keep a little note or a diary where you can start listing them so that you can be more aware of the indicators as they arise. So the other step is defining your stress management strategy. And again, this is different for everybody, but to start with, what is a stress management strategy? Essentially, it's an activity or a plan that's going to reduce the stress that you're experiencing. So examples of these would relate to how you see a situation. So you might constantly see it from a negative perspective, but you make a decision to look at it from a positive light. Figure out what's important and prioritize things. You might even decide to take massive action and just deal with the problem by setting a plan of attack. You'd certainly be more efficient with your time. Being more productive is absolutely about great time management. Set realistic goals. Too often I see people setting unrealistic goals for the sake of goals that they never achieve and just causes more stress in their life. I mentioned earlier, keep a stress diary. It might be a great way for you to reflect and get those things written down so you can really see what's going on. And most importantly, ask for help and seek feedback, particularly from people that see you under pressure. There is no better way of feedback than from those people that are there with you. So a few more, it could be stepping away momentarily, going for a walk, stretching at your desk, taking a deep breath, or even meditation, a short meditation. Have a healthy, balanced diet with loads of exercise, avoiding caffeine and alcohol, discovering new relaxation techniques, and getting more sleep. So guys, think about at least 3 stress management strategies that would suit you and try them out. Write them down and put them in a place that you will see them every single day. And remember that everybody is different. So different strategies are going to work for different people. So don't be afraid to try a few things out and be a bit vulnerable. So we've covered some very basic stress management strategies, and I hope that some of those are really useful to you. The next step, though, really, if you really want to make an impact, is to embrace this emotional intelligence program that we're offering, which covers the full 5 steps of stress management, but it also looks at a range of other things, which include the 5 dimensions of emotional intelligence, models of emotional intelligence, identifying your own emotional strengths and weaknesses, identifying your stress indicators and implementing stress management strategies, developing your EI and modeling EI in the workplace. Guys, emotional intelligence is a vital skill to manage. It'll set you apart from the pack, and it'll really give you some excellent tools to enhance your performance. There's heaps more in the program, but what you can expect, and I guess the benefits may seem a little obvious, but it will certainly help you with stress management. Improved relationships will be it will surprise you by just how much, by understanding your own emotions and the emotions of others, how your relationships will improve. It'll enable you to control your responses. Obviously, it assists at home and at work, and it'll allow you to negotiate to achieve your desired outcomes more effectively, which is a big, powerful one. So what's involved? So we actually have, as I said, it's an online program. It has 3 interactive e-learning modules. These modules contain videos, case studies, activities, and examples. There's loads of mini quizzes. It's very, very interactive. So that program on itself is valued at over $500. We're also going to include for you guys a student workbook with all the course content, case studies, and examples. We've got a range of templates and tools to give you as well, and all of that's normally worth about $700, but for the moment it's $349 inclusive of GST. So all you got to do is get started, is look at that link at the bottom, and you are away. So get involved.